You know, it's come to a point where we just have to make a choice. I refuse to squander another precious moment of my existence wallowing in misery. Life is far too fleeting and unpredictable to allow ourselves to remain shackled to negativity. Today, right now, let's choose happiness. It's said that happiness not only enriches our own lives but also brings joy to the heart of the divine. If you believe in a higher power, think about it. Wouldn't it warm your heart to see those you love, your children perhaps, basking in the glow of happiness? We as parents yearn for nothing more than the smiles and laughter of our children, and in much the same way, it's believed that the divine longs for our happiness too. Imagine for a moment, if you will, a benevolent force, one that has created and nurtured us, observing our lives. Would it not delight to witness us embracing the beauty and joy that life has to offer? Just as we would never wish to see our children endure suffering, it's believed that the divine too wishes for our well-being and contentment. So let's seize this day, this very moment, and choose happiness. Let's embrace the warmth of joy and gratitude, knowing that it not only enhances our own lives but also brings a smile to the face of the divine. Let's honor the gift of life by living it fully and joyfully, for in doing so, we not only enrich our existence but also fulfill the desires of the divine. Serving with gladness is indeed a profound way to honor our connection with the divine. In Psalm 100, it's beautifully encapsulated. Serve the Lord with gladness. This sentiment speaks to the essence of finding purpose and fulfillment in our lives. Even if we're uncertain about our specific calling or purpose, starting with a commitment to serve with joy sets a powerful foundation. When we dedicate ourselves to serving with gladness, we align ourselves with a higher purpose. It's a declaration of our willingness to contribute positively to the world around us and to spread kindness and compassion in every action we take. And as we embark on this journey of service, we open ourselves up to a multitude of possibilities and opportunities for growth. Moreover, starting each day with a conscious effort to release any lingering negativity from the past is essential. Whether it's a slight from a colleague or a disappointing experience, carrying the weight of yesterday's grievances only serves to cloud our present and impede our ability to move forward. By choosing to let go of negativity, we create space for positivity and abundance to flow into our lives. So, as we awaken each morning, let us embrace the practice of emptying the remnants of yesterday's troubles. Let us cultivate a mindset of forgiveness and release, allowing ourselves to approach the new day with clarity and optimism. In doing so, we not only honor our well-being, but also create a fertile ground for the seeds of joy and fulfillment to take root and flourish. You're right. It's incredibly tempting to cling to the hurt caused by an offense, almost as if carrying a grudge provides some sort of twisted comfort. But in reality, it's a trap that saps our energy, distorts our perception, and ultimately hinders our progress. Choosing to let go of an offense requires discipline and strength of character. It's a conscious decision to reclaim control over our emotions and refuse to allow negativity to dictate our lives. By saying no to harboring grievances, we reclaim our power and affirm that we will not be defined by the actions of others. It's crucial to recognize that holding on to an offense only perpetuates the harm inflicted upon us. It's like allowing someone to continue hurting us long after the initial injury. By refusing to release the offense, we inadvertently grant it permission to poison our thoughts and emotions, consuming valuable mental and emotional space that could be better utilized for positive growth and fulfillment. Indeed, being offended does far more damage to ourselves than to those who may have wronged us. It festers within us, breeding resentment and bitterness, while the offender may not even be aware of the impact of their actions. By choosing to let go, we free ourselves from this cycle of negativity and open ourselves up to the abundance of good things waiting to enter our lives. Similarly, when we wake up in the morning to find our minds consumed by worry, it's essential to confront those thoughts head on. Worry is a thief of joy and a barrier to progress. Instead of allowing it to take root, we must actively redirect our focus toward the positive aspects of our lives, toward the goals and dreams that propel us forward. In essence, both releasing offense and overcoming worry requires a deliberate shift in mindset, a commitment to prioritize our well-being and pursue the path that leads us toward our destiny. It's a journey of self-discovery and empowerment, where we reclaim our inner peace and chart our course toward a brighter future. Navigating through financial challenges can indeed be daunting, especially when looming uncertainties like medical reports cast shadows over our plans. However, succumbing to worry and anxiety only amplifies the problem, creating a cycle of negativity that stifles progress. Instead, it's crucial to adopt a mindset of resilience and faith. When faced with the worry of paying bills or the fear of unfavorable medical reports, it's essential to first acknowledge these concerns without allowing them to consume our thoughts. Rather than dwelling on worst-case scenarios, we can actively choose to reject them, affirming our trust in a higher power or simply in the belief that things will eventually fall into place. Reminding ourselves that we are not alone in our struggles can provide solace. Whether it's a belief in God, the universe, or simply in the inherent resilience of the human spirit, knowing that there is a guiding force can instill a sense of calm amidst life's storms. Taking stock of our mental and emotional inventory is also crucial. Just as we manage our finances or physical possessions, we must be mindful of what we allow into our minds and hearts. Negative thoughts and anxieties have a way of consuming our energy and hindering our ability to appreciate the present moment. Life, with all its complexities and uncertainties, is too precious to be squandered in the clutches of negativity. Each day presents an opportunity to find joy, gratitude, and fulfillment in the simple pleasures that surround us. Whether it's savoring a cup of coffee in the morning, spending time with loved ones, or pursuing a hobby we're passionate about, there are countless reasons to celebrate life in its entirety. By embracing the present moment and choosing to focus on the abundance rather than the lack, we reclaim our power to shape our narratives. While the future may hold its share of challenges, it also holds infinite possibilities waiting to unfold. So let's not allow the fear of what may come to overshadow the beauty of what is. Let's choose to live fully, appreciating each moment as it comes, knowing that we have the strength and resilience to overcome whatever obstacles may lie ahead. I find myself caught in a perpetual cycle of anticipation, always waiting for the next milestone, the next moment of relief. I'll be glad when becomes a refrain, a mantra of sorts, echoing through my mind like a weary traveler seeking respite. It's a sentiment that many of us can relate to, the constant yearning for a future state of contentment while neglecting the beauty and opportunities that exist in the present. Take, for instance, the simple act of enjoying a day. How often do we sabotage our happiness by fixating on future events or circumstances? I'll be glad when this is over, we say, dismissing the potential for joy in the here and now. But what if we challenged ourselves to find happiness in the present moment, despite the chaos or uncertainty that may surround us? Consider the example of parenthood, a journey fraught with challenges and milestones alike. It's all too easy to fall into the trap of wishing away the stages of childhood, longing for the next phase while overlooking the wonders of the present. I'll be glad when the kids start school, we lament, oblivious to the fleeting nature of these early years. Yet, in doing so, we deny ourselves the opportunity to fully immerse ourselves in the joys of raising young children with all their quirks and imperfections. And so the cycle continues. I'll be glad when morphs into I'll be glad when ad infinitum, an endless pursuit of happiness that forever eludes us. But what if we dared to break free from this pattern? What if we embraced the notion of being glad right now, in this very moment, regardless of our circumstances? It's a radical notion, to be sure, one that requires a shift in perspective and a willingness to relinquish our attachment to future outcomes. But perhaps therein lies the key to true contentment, not in the promise of tomorrow, but in the gratitude and appreciation for what we have today. So let us cast aside our "I'll be glad when" and instead embrace the beauty of the present moment. Let us cherish the laughter of our children, the warmth of the sun on our skin, and the simple pleasures that abound in every corner of our lives. For in doing so, we may just discover that happiness has been within our grasp all along, patiently awaiting our recognition and acceptance. As I anticipate the day when my children finally graduate from college, I find myself eagerly looking forward to a future free from the financial strain of tuition bills. The weight of those expenses has been a constant presence, looming over my finances and influencing many of my decisions. Yet, as I contemplate the relief that awaits me, I am also struck by a sobering realization. Each passing day of their college journey is a chapter of their lives that I am not fully present for. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life, especially when juggling the responsibilities of work, finances, and parenthood. But amidst the chaos, it's crucial to remember that every moment spent focused solely on the future is a moment lost in the present. As I dream of the day when I can bid farewell to those hefty bills, I am reminded that there are countless joys and treasures in the here and now that I may be overlooking. In the whirlwind of life, it's all too easy to let precious moments slip by unnoticed, moments that, in hindsight, we may come to regret not cherishing more deeply. The laughter of our children, the warmth of family gatherings, the simple comforts of home. These are the true riches that money can't buy, yet they often go unnoticed amidst the clamor of everyday life. As I reflect on the sacrifices made and the challenges overcome to support my children's education, I realize that I must also make a conscious effort to savor the journey along the way. In the end, it is not the destination that defines us, but the moments we choose to embrace and the memories we choose to cherish. So, as I eagerly await the day when those final tuition bills are paid in full, I am reminded of the importance of living each day with gratitude and intention. Each day presents us with a choice to dwell on the burdens of tomorrow or to embrace the blessings of today. And it is in that choice that we truly discover the power of our attitude to shape the course of our lives. As I journey through life and accumulate experiences, I find myself increasingly aware of the paramount significance of cultivating the right attitude. This realization transcends the weight of one's past, educational background, or financial standing. It surpasses the impact of one's circumstances, achievements, or setbacks. Indeed, it eclipses the opinions, actions, and behaviors of others. The power of attitude extends beyond mere appearances, talents, or abilities. In every facet of life, from the boardroom to the living room, the attitude we choose to adopt wields immense influence. It possesses the capacity to either propel a company towards success or lead it to ruin. It holds the key to fostering a harmonious and contented home environment or breeding discord and dissatisfaction. Unlike the passage of time, which cannot be reversed or altered, our attitude remains within our control. It is a beacon of resilience amidst life's trials and tribulations, guiding us through moments of adversity and uncertainty. It serves as a driving force, propelling us forward with unwavering determination and optimism. While we may not be able to change the events of the past, we retain the power to shape our response to them. Our attitude serves as a lens through which we perceive and interact with the world around us, coloring our experiences and shaping our reality. In the grand tapestry of life, it is the threads of attitude that weave together the fabric of our existence, imbuing it with depth, richness, and meaning. It is a testament to the indomitable human spirit, capable of transcending even the most daunting of obstacles. As we navigate the complexities of life, let us remember that our attitude is our greatest asset, capable of transforming challenges into opportunities and setbacks into stepping stones toward personal growth and fulfillment. Indeed, the relentless march of time and the actions of others are beyond our control. However, amidst life's unpredictability lies a fundamental truth. Our response to events holds far greater sway over our lives than the events themselves. I am firmly convinced that life is comprised of 10% circumstances and 90% our chosen response to those circumstances. This principle holds for every one of us. Our attitude, I firmly believe, is our most precious possession. It is a steadfast companion on life's journey, a beacon of resilience in the face of adversity. No external force can dictate the quality of our attitude unless we allow it to. It is a conscious decision, a deliberate choice that rests squarely upon our shoulders. I implore you to grasp this truth. Nobody, and I mean nobody, can force you to adopt a negative attitude unless you acquiesce. It is entirely within your power to cultivate a positive outlook, regardless of the challenges that may arise. You hold the reins of your mindset, and you alone possess the ability to steer it towards optimism and positivity. It begins with a decision, a commitment to yourself that today and every day thereafter, you will embrace a mindset of positivity and resilience. This determination must be unwavering and unyielding in the face of adversity. And rest assured, I do not dispense these words lightly. I speak from a place of deep conviction and personal experience. I have witnessed firsthand the transformative power of a positive attitude and how it can turn obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into stepping stones towards personal growth. So, I urge you to take ownership of your attitude and let it be a guiding light amidst life's trials and tribulations. For in the end, it is not our circumstances that define us, but rather the spirit with which we face them. Every morning, as the first rays of sunlight peek through my window, I embark on a sacred ritual that sets the tone for my entire day. It's a quiet communion between me and the divine, a time I reserve exclusively for the Almighty. I firmly believe that dedicating this precious time to God is not just a routine, but a necessity for the well-being of my soul. For me, these moments of solitude with the Lord are akin to nourishing my spirit with essential sustenance. Just as the body requires sustenance to function optimally, so does the spirit crave its form of nourishment, spiritual food. And what better sustenance for the soul than the timeless wisdom encapsulated within the Word of God? As I immerse myself in prayer and reflection, I find solace in the sacred scriptures, drawing strength and guidance from their timeless teachings. It's during these quiet moments that I feel a profound connection to something greater than myself, a sense of purpose and belonging that transcends the mundane concerns of everyday life. But it's not just about feeding the spirit. It's also about cultivating a mindset of spiritual alignment. Spending time with the Lord in the morning serves as a compass for my actions throughout the day. It reminds me of the values and principles that I hold dear, guiding me away from actions and behaviors that may stray from the path of righteousness. Indeed, the Holy Spirit serves as a gentle guide, nudging me towards righteousness and steering me away from that which offends its sanctity. With each passing moment spent in communion with the divine, I feel myself growing closer to God, my spirit illuminated by the light of His grace. In a world filled with distractions and temptations, it's all too easy to lose sight of what truly matters. But by prioritizing my morning devotions, I reaffirm my commitment to living a life guided by faith and righteousness. And as I step out into the world, I do so with the assurance that I am fortified by the love and presence of God, ready to face whatever challenges may come my way. Every morning, as the sun peeks over the horizon, I find myself in a quiet moment of reflection, where the stillness of dawn offers the perfect backdrop for communion with the divine. In the solitude of those early hours, I offer my prayers, not just as a ritual, but as a sincere plea for guidance, for strength, and for the grace to love as Jesus taught us. I am acutely aware of my limitations, of the frailty of human nature that often falters in the face of adversity or temptation. Yet, it is precisely in those moments of weakness that I turn to God, seeking His hand to steady me, to uplift me, and to empower me to love unconditionally. With each prayer uttered, I surrender my will to a higher purpose, acknowledging that I cannot navigate the complexities of life alone. For me, faith is not just a comforting belief, but a transformative force that shapes my thoughts, my actions, and my interactions with others. As I step into the rhythm of the day, I carry with me the intention to embrace each moment with gratitude and joy. I remind myself that this day, with all its challenges and blessings, is a gift from above, a canvas upon which I can paint acts of kindness, compassion, and love. Setting my mind on the truth that today is the day the Lord has made, I embrace the opportunity to infuse every encounter with warmth and generosity. Whether it's a smile shared with a stranger, a word of encouragement to a colleague, or a listening ear offered to a friend in need, I seek to embody the love that flows from a heart attuned to God's will. Yet I am mindful that cultivating such a disposition requires conscious effort and commitment. It is not enough to simply hope for a good day. I must actively choose to shape it with positivity and grace. Amid life's hustle and bustle, I pause to recalibrate my attitude, to realign my thoughts with the eternal truths that anchor my faith. Indeed, I have come to realize that the power to transform my day lies not in external circumstances, but in the internal landscape of my heart. By making a conscious decision to focus on the abundance that surrounds me, rather than dwelling on scarcity or discontent, I open myself to a cascade of blessings that flow from a heart surrendered to God's love. So I invite you to join me in this journey of faith and love, where each day becomes an opportunity to bear witness to the transformative power of God's grace. Together, let us embrace the challenge of loving as Jesus loved, trusting in the promise that with God's help, all things are possible. Indeed, in the tapestry of life, there are threads of blessings interwoven amidst the challenges and struggles we encounter. It's easy to become fixated on what we lack, on the voids that seem to loom large in our existence. Yet, if we shift our perspective, if we train our gaze on the blessings that abound, we'll find that gratitude becomes the melody that orchestrates our days. Consider this moment, this very instance of connection. Each of us, gathered here, possesses a unique story, a tapestry of experiences that shape our journey. And woven into the fabric of our lives are moments of grace, of beauty, of goodness that demand acknowledgement and appreciation. Yes, life presents us with its share of trials. It tests our resolve, stretches our endurance, and challenges our faith. But even amid adversity, there exists a reservoir of blessings waiting to be tapped into. It's in these moments, when the storm clouds gather overhead, that we must summon the courage to seek out the silver linings, to grasp onto the rays of hope that pierce through the darkness. Perhaps you find yourself in the throes of a particularly challenging season. The weight of uncertainty bears down upon you, threatening to engulf you in despair. In those moments, my friend, I urge you to turn to prayer, to anchor yourself in the refuge of faith. Trust that even amid the storm, there is a guiding hand that will lead you through. But alongside prayer, there lies a profound truth. Gratitude has the power to transform even the bleakest of circumstances. It is a beacon of light that illuminates the path forward, infusing each step with renewed purpose and meaning. So, amidst the trials and tribulations, take a moment to pause, breathe, and count your blessings. They may be as grand as the love of family and friends, as profound as the gift of life itself, or as simple as the comforting warmth of a cup of tea on a cold winter's day. No blessing is too small to escape notice, no grace too insignificant to merit gratitude. So, my friend, as we journey forward, let us cultivate a spirit of thankfulness, an attitude of appreciation that transcends the ebb and flow of life's tides. For in the act of giving thanks, we discover that our cups runneth over with abundance, and that even in the darkest of nights, there shines a beacon of hope, guiding us ever closer to the light. In the tapestry of life, there are threads of blessings woven into every corner, waiting to be discovered and appreciated. It's about recognizing the abundance that surrounds us, even in the midst of challenges and trials. Consider the simple yet profound gifts we often take for granted. A roof over our heads providing shelter, clothes to keep us warm, and the presence of loved ones to share our journey. These are not mere conveniences. They are manifestations of divine providence, reminders of God's abundant grace. In the moments of quiet reflection, as we count our blessings one by one, we realize that gratitude is not just a fleeting emotion, but a transformative practice that shapes our outlook on life. It shifts our focus from what we lack to what we possess, from despair to hope, from darkness to light. Yes, life presents its share of struggles and hardships. It's natural to feel overwhelmed at times, to wrestle with doubts and fears. Yet, even in the depths of despair, there is a glimmer of hope, a ray of light beckoning us to look beyond our circumstances and embrace the goodness that surrounds us. When faced with adversity, we are called to prayer, not as a futile plea for intervention, but as an act of surrender, a relinquishing of control to a higher power. For in prayer, we find solace, strength, and wisdom to navigate life's turbulent waters. But prayer alone is not enough. We must also learn to release our burdens, to trust in the divine plan unfolding before us. Worrying serves only to cloud our vision, to distract us from the miracles unfolding in our midst. Instead, let us surrender our anxieties to God, confident that He will guide us through the storm. And as we entrust our cares to Him, let us not forget to embrace the joy that abounds in the present moment. It's not selfish to find happiness amidst chaos. It's a testament to our faith in God's provision. So laugh, love, and live fully, knowing that God is ever present, even in the midst of our trials. In the end, it's not the absence of problems that define our happiness, but our ability to find joy in the journey, to celebrate the blessings that adorn our lives like jewels in a crown. So let us count our blessings, not just today, but every day, for in doing so, we discover the true richness of life's tapestry. In times of trouble and uncertainty, it's natural to feel overwhelmed, to grapple with doubts and fears that threaten to engulf us. Yet, it is precisely in these moments of struggle that our faith is put to the test, calling us to draw closer to the source of our strength and solace, God. Prayer becomes our lifeline, a sacred dialogue where we pour out our hearts, laying bare our concerns and burdens before the one who hears and understands. In the act of prayer, we relinquish our grip on control, casting our cares upon God's capable shoulders, trusting in His wisdom and providence. One mantra that resonates deeply with me, and perhaps with many others facing adversity, is the simple yet profound affirmation: "This is not going to last forever." Uttering these words, whether silently or aloud, serves as a powerful reminder that our struggles are temporary, fleeting shadows in the grand tapestry of life. Moreover, I find comfort in affirming, this is going to end well. It's an acknowledgement of faith, an expression of trust in God's overarching plan, even when the path ahead seems shrouded in uncertainty. While we may not know the intricacies of how our challenges will be resolved, we anchor ourselves in the unwavering belief that God is working all things together for our good. Indeed, amidst life's storms, it's easy to feel adrift, to allow fear and worry to distance us from God's presence. But let us not succumb to despair. Instead, let us allow our trials to draw us nearer to the one who offers peace that surpasses understanding. In the crucible of adversity, we have a choice: to let our troubles pull us away from God, or to allow them to serve as catalysts for deeper intimacy with our Creator. May we always choose the latter, embracing our challenges as opportunities for spiritual growth and renewal. So, dear friend, when the waves of life threaten to overwhelm you, remember to anchor your soul in prayer. Affirm your trust in God's unfailing love, and let your troubles be the catalyst that draws you ever closer to the heart of the divine. For in Him we find strength, comfort, and ultimately, enduring hope. Indeed, in times of trial and tribulation, it is crucial to deepen our relationship with God and to lean on Him for guidance, comfort, and strength. He is not a distant deity, but a loving Father who invites us to pour out our hearts before Him, to cry out in our distress, and to seek His counsel in every circumstance. It's understandable if life has dealt you a series of hardships, leaving you feeling disheartened or despondent. You may be tempted to attribute it to mere luck, either good or bad. But when it comes to our walk with God, luck has no place. It's about faith, unwavering trust in His goodness, His promises, and His faithfulness. Despite the storms that may rage around us, we are called to anchor our faith in God's unchanging character. His word is a beacon of hope in the darkness, a testament to His enduring love and sovereignty. As we immerse ourselves in Scripture, we discover countless assurances of His presence, His provision, and His unfailing care. It's easy to lose heart when our prayers seem unanswered and our struggles persist longer than we anticipated. But let us not lose sight of the bigger picture. God's timing is not our own, and His ways are often beyond our comprehension. Yet, if we hold fast to our faith, if we refuse to waver in our trust, we will see His faithfulness unfold in ways we could never imagine. So, dear friend, if you find yourself amid a prolonged trial, if you're wrestling with doubts and uncertainties, I urge you, don't give up. Keep pressing into God's presence, keep seeking His face, and keep holding on to His promises. For as surely as the sun rises each morning, His love for you remains steadfast and unwavering. Remember, you are never alone in your struggles. God is with you, walking beside you every step of the way. And if you cling to Him with unwavering faith, He will surely lead you through the darkest valleys into the light of His everlasting grace. Trust in Him, for He is faithful, and He will never abandon you. Amen.